Hello, this is the Tradesight U.S. Stocks and Futures Market Preview for Thursday, the 23rd of April, 2015. Hope you're having a good week. We had a couple of nice big winners on Wednesday in the stocks and some good opening range plays in the futures as well. So a decent day despite, once again, light volume, and we are in the middle of earnings season, of course. Here's a look at the ES front-month futures contract, basically the S&P index, still sitting where it's been sitting. Talked about this repeatedly. There's just nothing going on. It's been a really flat period. Basically the same stuck range of 70 points or so since February. January adds a little bit to it. And we're still sitting about where we were back at the start of December, within about 10 points, 20 points. So overall, not a lot of action. And with that, the volume has been light. Once again, 1.5 and change billion shares on the NASDAQ on Wednesday. Here's a look at the volume chart, and too many days under 1.6 in both March and April, whereas February only had 3. One of them was near a holiday. January, 3. One of them was near a holiday. But March and April, over half the days under 1.6. So that's really disappointing to see, obviously. The S&P gained 10, therefore, on Friday. The NASDAQ 100 gained 24 and is approaching a breakout point. Obviously, you look at this pattern and you think, oh, look, a cup could be a breakout, a base breakout, and lead to a run. But without volume, I wouldn't get too excited yet. And we're just about to wrap up core earnings, and hopefully the market will be free to get moving after that. Whether it's to the upside or not remains to be seen. Stocks, the semiconductors gained 9. Here's a look at that. Biotech's lost 11 after being up early. Google gained 6, continuing to push higher despite the antitrust lawsuit coming out of the EU. Apple up almost 2, gaining a little bit. Here's the VIX, 12.71, near the lowest close of the year. Crude oil closed 56.61, and that was about flat. Gold lost 17 points. It's a decent move down in gold. And here's your trend, suddenly closing at 0.56 after being way up there the day before. It's a massively low close on the trend, one of the lowest you can get. All right, so what did we actually do for the session? Let's go take a look in 5-minute bars. You can see we gapped up, filled the gap, kept going lower, basically a reciprocal move play, a little bit beyond that. Rich pointed out that the advanced decline ratio was not negative enough to justify the move, and right around the time he said that, the market turned and reversed back up. So that was some good look at the market internals that helped us at that point. Got us back to the opening level. We flatlined going into lunch from there for an hour or more, and then just as we were coming out of lunch, popped once to the upside, and that was about it. Drifted back to that level for the close. NASDAQ side, here's the NQ futures. A little more upside push in the afternoon, but also came back a little harder. Basically closed, we're just sitting right where we opened in the last few minutes. But, by the way, don't forget, this includes the 15 minutes after the stock market closed. So we sold off after the close. All right, what do we expect for the rest of the week? Because we will not be doing a market preview for Friday, tomorrow night. So let's take a look at the economic data that's coming out. Not that this will be a big deal. Tomorrow morning, we have the weekly initial and continuing jobless claims number. 30 minutes in, we have new home sales. An hour in, we have the natural gas inventories, natty gas. That's the weekly number. Friday, just the durable goods, or durable orders. That's it. Not much news left for the week. It was a light week for economic news. Tomorrow is the biggest single day of earnings releases, including Microsoft, Google, and others after the bell. So could be some excitement if there's rumors. But overall, the guidance hasn't really affected the market, and we're almost done with earnings season. So it's been a very tame earnings season. I mentioned in the lab today, usually you get a couple days during earnings where the volume's heavy, not because the whole market's trading heavy, but just because certain stocks surprised one way or the other and therefore gap and trade more volume than normal, and it brings the volume number, really raises the volume number. We've not seen that at all in this earnings season. No heavy volume days from the earnings releases. Next week, just as a little preview, next week is the end of April on Thursday. It has a lot more data, including the first look at Q1 GDP on Tuesday. That's a big deal. We'll be in the trading lab, making calls as usual, trying to help you make money. Each charts, as usual, brought to you by eSignal. If you do find these videos useful, please like us on YouTube. It does help us out. Have a great trading day.